Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. This is Sunday evening, so we're here for the Red Bull Junior X at Tsukubu, I think it's just called that. It's a really short track. I've got information. I've just spent 10 minutes getting myself prepared, and now I'm here saying, oh, I'm not prepared. You figure that one out. Let me have a look. Sorry. 2 seconds. Yes, Tsukubu Circuit. We're going to do 17 laps around it because it's such a short track, and I am telling you, this has got to be filled with excitement. With such a short track and cars so fast, they are going to be stumbling over each other, especially in qualifying. My word. Oh, Jokus is in the chat. Good evening. Hello, Jokus. A reminder for those in our VRC Discord, the Jokus has just put up a new championship, a new one-off race for a Saturday in the Chevy Novas, 100 laps around the BB Raceway. I know I didn't get that out of my mouth very well, but that's because I was trying to find the page whilst I was talking, and I find it very hard to do 2 jobs all at the same time. There you go, Chevy Novas. Looks cool, looks really nice, really does. So it's going to be a NASCAR style race around, it's not BB Raceway, it's Blue Moon Bay Speedway, 100 laps. Tyres are soft ×5 and fuel consumption ×4, so get yourself signed up for that as quick as you can, because that is going to be a fun NASCAR style race. So I'll get that out of the way. There you go, Jokers. Jim Johnson, he's here for Carbon in the chat. Let's bring it, Carbon. So let's have a look through. We have Matt Psycho. I think there was only 12 when I entered, so I don't know who is missing so far, but Matt Psycho leading the way with a 51.084, with GT Rapid in second place there with a 51.1. Jam, I don't know if that's the time, that's an outlap. He's been in, had a little mess around, come back out again. Jack's racing in the Red Bull, liveried Red Bull, and damn, that looks nice, it really does. IR Graham's here, all good. Kale, oh yeah, see, I really have, I've got to say, the guys have gone above and beyond with their liveries. Oh, he's lost the back end on the curb. Ooh, nice. And so that's just checking out the limitations of the track. There we see Carbon, that's why Jim Johnson's here. That's another fine looking car. I can use F12s now, I don't know why I'm not. He's popping into the pits for a wee rest. So there we see a Jam. Jam's doing, oh, I'll get the table up. I'll give you a shout at the table. We'll be starting qualifying in 15 minutes. Or just under. Hang on, I've got a more precise time, 12 minutes. I keep looking up at the wall clock, which is slightly slow, and I don't know why I keep looking at it when I've got an iPad right in front of me with the time at the top, 1948. And that's not the year, that's the time. What am I on Discord for? Oh yeah, I'm looking for the table, sorry. You have to excuse me, I did my usual. I slept through Formula 1 again, so I'm feeling quite drowsy. I'll liven up in a minute. As soon as the racing starts, you watch, I'll be going at it. So let's have a quick look at your championship table after 2 rounds. IR Graham leading the way. I mean, he's pretty much won most of the races, all but one. Psycho Pace stopped him in his tracks last week in the 3rd race by winning it. So IR Graham in first on 123 points. Psycho Pace in second on 99 points, some 24 points off of IR Graham. In third, we've got Matt Psycho, who's on 92 points, only 7 points away from Psycho Pace. In fourth, we have Jam with 91 points, only 1 point adrift from Matt Psycho, but Jam has used his Joker in round 1. In fifth place, we have Skyjacker on 77 points, some 14 points off of Jam, and he also has used his Joker. In 6th, we just see him entering the room, Stevie Styler on 70 points, 7 points off of Skyjacker, and he is using his Joker today. He's the only one brave enough. This is a tricky track. I didn't expect many to call for the Joker, because you don't know what's going to happen. In 7th place, Jack's Racing on 86 points. In 8th, Noxie on 52 points. He's used his Joker. Lou LJS in 9th on 38 points. In 10th, Kale on 37 points. In 11th, Jim One Wise, 34 points. In 12th, Darren Salmon on 33 points. It's tight down the bottom here. In 13th, Flashman on 32 points. In 14th, GT Rabbit on 26 points. And in 15th, Carbon Dwarf on 14 points. So, that has set us up lovely for a beautiful race here for the 3rd round. More chat. We've got Kaylan Mawa. Let's go LNR. So Kale's got a fan on the page. And Skyjacker says, good evening all. Beautiful stuff. So we've been watching Jam for a while. He's there behind. He's giving... Did Noxie a little nudge? Kale. Oh, Jam probably popped into the pits then. So our fastest so far is a Matt Psycho with a 50.592. And there you can see Kale has done a 50.957. So it's very close. Not even half a second. Psycho Pace. Oh, could be my favourite livery. It really does. The stripes and the lines. Oh yeah, it's not just Kale, is it, Kayla? You've got Psycho Pace as well to root for, and he has got one damn fine livery there, and you can see the LNR logo on his front wheel hub. That is a nice looking car, I must say. I know I say about all of them, I can't help it. They just really do it for me, I must say. So 8 minutes till qualifying. Have I missed any information out? We're at Sukubu for 3 races, 3 sprint races. We're going to have a 10-minute qualifying, I believe, at 8 o'clock. I say I believe, I came up with it. And then we'll have a sprint race. I think I've got the laps. It's close to 15-minute races as I can, as we could. Oh gosh. So around this track we are going to do 17 laps. Boom, there you go. Skyjacker top of the pile. Oh, must just be an earlier time that he set in the Iron Brew. Ooh, I'm not going to do Sky Shatson, but Iron Brew. Who else have we got? Jim on Wise in the Cannon Williams. I called it Rothman last week. I don't know what was going on in my head, because it obviously isn't a Rothmans Williams. It looks like a Cannon Williams. Camel at the top, Cannon at the bottom. GT Rabbit in his Acelith designed Red Bull. He's doesn't look like he's quite broke it into the 50s yet, but not far. Gosh almighty. It looks difficult, and there's some tight corners around here. We'll go on board with someone to see how difficult it really is in a minute. Jack's Racing. Lou in the Benson and Hedges styled Red Bull Junior. Darren Salmon. I still haven't researched. Apparently it's Cara and Senna drove, and I think it's a Williams, but I don't know. I'm not that old. Noxie in the Gulf livery in the chat. These are nails here. I know, it's not my choice. These were just taken straight from the game. I just copied the Red Bull Junior thing in the single player, and these were the tracks they use. But yes, we will get on board with someone and have a look. Shall we go on board with Noxie? Let's get proper on board. I like it when you see the wheel. There you go. Right then, how far away from the lap are we? That's a tight corner. Look at the back end, wants to step out. Oof. That's nasty. Here, what we got? A little lift. Staying in third. Oh, that's fast, man. Fourth. Bit of tyre screech. Going up to fifth. And heavy on the brakes down to first gear. For the hairpin. Sweet. Then the final straight for the last corner. This is where they can really open it up. 5 minutes to qualifying. It's going to be a busy race. Psycho Pace says in the chat. And Pat says, hello, nice to see everything is sorted out tonight. Yes, I'm back on the BRC channel. The main man, Talleyrand, helped me out this afternoon. He's on his hollybobs, but, you know, he managed to take some time out and help me out, and we are back where we belong. Oh yeah, nice latte. So as you can see, it's busy. There's not going to be the only rest they've got is down that final straight, and they're only on it for what, 2 seconds, 3 seconds? It's crazy. Here we go. They fly by these laps. 17 laps is going to be gone in a blink of an eye, I am telling you. Ooh, oh. Saw Jack's racing from a mile off there. Now Noxie getting overtaken by, is that IR Graham? We haven't seen IR Graham out there yet. Let's get out of the car, see if we can find him. More chat. Psycho Pace is on the rig. He says, diss you guys, watch F1. Yes, the crash was insane. I'm not going to give anything away just in case, because I think here in the UK you have to pay for F1. So everyone waits till 9 o'clock so they can watch it on Channel 4 for free. So I won't say much, but there was a huge crash and it was absolutely mental insane. Well worth a watch. It's the only thing that kept me awake for the first part. Pat says, good luck keeping up with this one. Could be a lot happening very quick. Psycho Pace says, I see. It was mental. Wow. It's a Psycho Pace. It was. I don't know how someone didn't die. I really don't. I can't believe. It's crazy. It really was. So Kale has got the fastest lap so far with a 50.574. We are only minutes away from these boys going out. Give it there. Stevie Styler, he's using his Joker today. Everything he earns gets doubled. Double bubble. Awesome stuff. Skyjacker, your host this evening. Bless him, and I thank him very, very much, because it was just too much for little old me. If you try and find the Might of Madness video that's on, I had to stream last night on the Thingamajig channel, you'll hear a meltdown. I think I quit, actually. I think I quit live on air, but no one took any notice of me, so I'm back here on a Sunday evening commentating. So much for my quitting. But yeah, there was a mini meltdown. It might be worth watching out. The racing was good as well. There's IR Graham. He has now gone fastest with a 50.4, only 1/10 faster than Kale. Oh man, I'm revved up for this. This is going to be a cracking race. Pat says, saw things on internet, have watched the replay of the crash, but haven't got Sky to see it live. Shame his F1 career. I imagine he doesn't want to get back into an F1 car ever again. I wouldn't. Man's got to be sitting there tonight evaluating things and wondering what's important and not. So IR Graham is our shining star so far this season. He's been very, very hard to reach. Okay, let me get I'm going for a yeet, so I'm in a good mood today. I'm all revved up. Yeet! Doesn't work anymore. It doesn't affect my son. He doesn't look at me with that evil look saying, you shouldn't be saying that, you're too old. So everyone's getting their Ys in while they can. I'm sure you all in YouTube world are all ready and revved up for this. My good buddy Mika Wivery, who usually joins us in the chat, I've heard a rumour they've got themselves the Disney Channel, so I don't think we'll see her for a while. She's going to be getting herself all Star Wars'd up and Marvel and all of that. So, IR Graham, and there it is. The qualifying is about to begin. And that's it. We're just about to kick it off, guys. Sit tight. I've got you. I'll let you know what's going on, hopefully. If I can work it out. Look at Jeff sat there with his arms folded. Wake up, Jeff! We're just about to go qualifying. Oh, let me get rid of those big numbers. Too busy worrying about Jeff sat there with his arms folded without paying attention to what is happening on track. So they're going out for their out lap. And so far, ooh, he likes to go around the outside of that corner, does Kale. So Noxie is, no, not Noxie's not the first on the track. There's a couple hanging around in the pits, we're waiting. That's I would have been wanting to go out there with the traffic, to tell you the truth, because it's going to be bedlam. It's such a short track, they're going to be crossing over each other all the time. So Jam just coming around to start his flying lap. Boom, crosses it. I don't know who's hanging around in the pits. We'll go through to have a look who's out and who's not. Just want to see Jam. Such a short lap. He's going over the first sector now. Ding, ding, ding. There you see Kale just about to hit the first sector. Skyjacker. Oh, it's not coming up. I'm missing them all. Here we go. Matt Psycho. There we see IR Graham. I'm getting this. I'm getting a right tingle off of this shot. Darren and Stevie Styler quite close. Not spacing himself out there in his lap. Jim One Wise. Jack's racing. Noxie there. Carbon's out. It's Rabbit and Lou waiting. Brave guys, but they found themselves a nice gap. A lovely gap there for GT Rabbit. He's got no problems with any of the cars, so... And here we go. Here comes Jam to post the time. He's done a 50.5. What can Cal do? Cal's done a 50.5 also, has he? Or is it just not crossed over yet? I don't know why there's not a time between Kale and Jam. They're all setting them now. Psycho Pace is a 51, Matt Psycho 51.1, IR Graham a 50.3, Stevie Styler a 50.9, Darren Salmon a 52.9. So IR Graham is at the top of the pile so far. Is that V? There you go. They're all setting them now. Noxie 55.4, Jack's Racing 54.3, Carbon a 53.4, Jim One Wise a 106.1. I believe he may have had an issue. There's Pat, Kale and Jam exactly the same. Is that what it was? It was really freaking me out. So that's why there isn't a gap between them. It is exact time. That's freaky, man. That is so cool. 50.562 and a 55. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. That's awesome. Kale's moved up to second. How? Why has Jam moved down to third? So IR Graham going faster yet again. Wow, it's coming in fast and thick. And then Matt Psycho at 50.9. Darren Salmon's gone 52.2 on this next one. That's put him into 8th position. Jack's Racing has managed a 51. Oh, he's going 51.3. Noxie, I missed that one. Skyjack's done a 58.5. Carbon's done a 53.2. Jim One Wise at 51.311. Let's have a quick wish through the pack. So IR Graham leading the way, and Rabbit has done a 52.5. Kale is in second place with this 50.562. I don't know why it's put him ahead of Jam. That's a strange one. As Jam set the time first, I would have thought it would have been his place. No, don't work that one out. So Jam in third with Psycho Pace in fourth, just coming back on the track, trying to get out of people's ways. Darren Salmon's just set a new time at 50.9. Bloody hell. Psycho Pace really bashed his car up in whatever he did there. He must have gone flying off the track. Noxie's done a 52.091. Skyjacker at 51.602. Stevie Styler there in... No, that's Psycho Pace still. There's Stevie Styler. He's used his Joker today, so he'll be hoping for a good result. Look at the times. I mean, he's only 300ths behind Psycho Pace. Rabbit's done a 52.1. And Stevie Styler is only 100th ahead of Darren Salmon. Darren Salmon having a good session there in 6th spot. with a 50.9. Matt Psycho down in 7th. It's not something you usually see. He's at 50.9. I mean, he's 6/10 off of the lead. This is how close it is. Jim Wise in 8th, only a second off of pole. We've got 5 more minutes left of qualifying. Noxie's done a 51.8. There is Jax Racing in 9th so far. Skyjacker gone in to get some new fresh rubber to go back out there again. I've run out of keys, sorry. 11th is Noxie with a 51.8. Just ahead of a GT Rabbit there by 3/10 of a second. Carbon there 13th, just recovering or getting out of the way. One or the other. And Lou has gone back in the pits. He's come out. Has he even done a lap? No, I don't think he has. Matt Psycho setting another fast time, but oh, he's up into 4th now, displacing Psycho Pace and Stevie Styler. Psycho Pace has gone faster though. How much faster? 50.7. It's got traffic at the moment though. That's this is the problem we thought might happen in qualifying on such a short track. Finding space has got to be one of the biggest issues. There you see I.R. Graham. He's found himself a lovely bit of real estate. GT Rabbit going faster again. He's moved himself up to 11th ahead of Noxie. So GT Rabbit there. There's less than 4 minutes of qualifying to go. Stevie Styler edging further up grid there. 8 thousandths off of Psycho Pace's time at 50.7. This is crazy times. Absolutely crazy. Psycho Pace there. Skyjacker, after putting new rubber on, set a new fastest time for himself of a 50.854. It's only half a second off of pole. This is how close it is. He's 800ths off of Stevie Styler ahead of him and 700ths ahead of Darren Salmon behind him. Oofing down my latte, sorry if you can hear the gulps. Blame Turtle Beach for making the microphone so good. Stevie Styler going faster again and moving himself up into 4th spot. There you go. He's only a 10th and a half off of the Jam, and he's 17 thousandths ahead of Matt Psycho. This is going to be a 1/10 race, ladies and gentlemen, I must say. There's Jam. He's found himself some traffic. He's got a purple though. Oh, he'll be cursing. I saw a purple next to his name. But he's got Darren Salmon just in front of him. Oh, now he's 4/10 down. Kale going faster, edging himself closer and closer to I.R. Graham. 50.486 there. My word, they really are going fast around here. Steve Styler again edging closer to the Jam. Only a 10th now. He's finding some pace in that car. I.R. Graham going faster and faster and faster. Is he going to get into the 49s? Are we going to see a 49 today, people out there? I know there's 7 of you watching. What do you think? Noxie putting in another time, moving himself up into 12th spot there. Lou's come out for his 1-lap wonder. I'm getting to like these 1-lap wonders of Lou, and there he goes. A 56.5 keeps him in 14th. He's still got time to do a couple more laps. He's got Jax Racing sitting in his tow. So let's have a quick run through the field, shall we? Oh no, is he backing off to let Jax Racing round? Stevie Styler going faster again, moving himself up into 3rd spot ahead of the Jam, VRC Jam Huntington. Graham, he's gone in to get some fresh rubber for what, one last mad dash. He's 4/10 ahead of the rest of the field. He's got Psycho Pace just coming up around him. Hopefully Psycho Pace not on a lap, because it might have been slightly ruined there. He's only a 10th off. He's still going for it. We'll see at this next junction. He's coming up to it. 4.7. I mean, IR Graham must find a lot of pace in that second sector. So here we go. IR Graham is on pole for now. Eleanor Kale VDB is in a second spot. In third, we have Stevie Styler, who's using his joker. He's gone into the pits. Jam just going out, see if he can get another run. I don't think he will with 4 seconds left. Psycho Pace, one last dash to try and move further up the grid. Not used to seeing him down there. 7th for Skyjacker, another one. Not often seen mid-pack. Darren Salmon, he's having a great one in 8th. Jim on Wise in 9th. Jax Racing 10th. Noxie 11th. GT Rabbit is in 12th. Carbon is in 13th. And Lou is still... Oh! Try not to get in people's way. Is that it? Oh yeah, that's it. For you. So here we go. IR Graham and Kale. 2 final runs from them. And Jam, is he on a run? Jam's just coming up to the line. We can see what he's going to post. Is he going to be faster? No, he's not going to be faster, sorry. IR Graham went faster again across the line. He did a 49. 49.967. So, wow. Wow, wowzers. Is that Kale still on a run? But he's no, his hazard lights are on. So I think that's everyone. Stevie Styler in the pits. Everyone looks like they're going quite slowly. So that is your grid for the first sprint race. And it was manic, man. Manic. I think Lou is trying out a new wheel, or moving over to a wheel. So there's always that period of getting used to your new wheel and stuff. So, and I do like 27, the number 27, I must say. I think that was Charles Villeneuve's number, wasn't it? So they're still timing down, but I don't think anyone is on a run there. I think it's just because there's a couple in the pits. Gives me more time to talk about it, I suppose. So IR Graham beating the field by half a second. Man, is there not a car or a track that man can drive? Kale doing a fantastic job there in second spot. Stevie Styler living up to his joker for third, second row of the grid. Jam doing absolutely fantastic in that Esso Red Bull liveried car. In fifth, we have Matt Psycho. 6th, Psycho Pace. Here we go. Pat says Darren Salmon's car is based on the 1984 Tolman TG184. See, there was always someone. I knew I didn't have to look it up. Someone would put it in there. Psycho Pace says it's going to be a mental race here tonight. I believe it is, and I'm not taking the blame for it. I'm blaming GT Sport, because this is the championship. The tracks that I chose are all the tracks, like I said, that are in-game for the Red Bull Juniors. He got 1 second place and 2 third places in that season. What, Darren Salmon or Ayrton Senna? I'm jesting. I think it was Senna. And that is qualifying over and done with. And now we're moving on to the sprint race. And this is you're gonna blink and you're gonna miss. Ooh, excuse me, that burp just sort of popped out in mid-sentence. Wasn't even meant to do that. How rude. How rude. Mandalorian, by the way, was absolutely fantastic. Shadow Rider, what's up? Right, let's get rid of those numbers. Shall we get a closer look? Here we are for round 3 at Tsukuba for the Red Bull Junior X Series. We're waiting for the lights. We're going to get rid of that. Then they go. Here we see IR Graham pulling away lovely from Kale. It's yes, IR Graham just slightly edging it with Stevie Styler keeping that third spot. Matt Psycho moving in. Everyone looks like they're going to make it through the first corner. And it's a beautiful thing. Oh, no. We've got one off wide. Darren Salmon's off wide. He's going back on the track into Carbon's way, but Carbon manages to get past. Lou is there, though. Up at front, we've still... Oh, Kale's taking the lead from IR Graham. Sorry, guys. I can't replay, man. This is going to be too much to go. So there we see Kale somehow managing to get a move on IR Graham early doors with Stevie Styler there holding his third spot ahead of Matt Psycho. He's ahead of Skyjack. Skyjack made a huge leap off the grid, with Psycho Pace holding his position, and it looked like Jam was one of the bigger losers, dropping down to 7th ahead of Jax Racing, with Noxie jumping up into 9th spot. Jim One Wise there in 10th, GT Rabbit in 11th, Lou up to 12th, Darren Salmon 13th, and Carbon. Oh, Carbon, I've told him to use his traction control because he's got a heavy right foot. That was my advice for him, and he still won't do it. He won't put that traction on for love nor money, and I don't understand why. Oh, someone's slowing down. Was it a GT Rabbit, and did they have a coming together maybe? I'm not sure, but it does look like GT Rabbit. It's going slow for some reason, but up ahead, IO Graham. Oh, rubbish! IO Graham retaking the lead. Do you know what? Here, let's have a look. Let's see. I think I deleted my cache. No, he's already there, so waste of time. Get rid of that. So, IO Graham leading from Kel. I'm not going to move from these guys because obviously, they're spacing out nicely at the front here. Skyjacker there in 5th. But Psycho Pace looking like he's catching him up. Let's get in there and have a see. Whoa! Oof! Wow, late on the brakes for... Oh, yes, he outbraked himself a little bit. I think he got stuck in the toe. And Skyjacker driving around, still in 5th, and Jam making up a position there from Psycho Pace. Yeah, I don't know what he got caught out with, the cold tyres, or maybe just being stuck in the toe. We've got a yellow flag, someone was having an off, I don't know where, but Noxie is up into 7th. I can't keep up with this, sorry guys, I'm trying my best. Skyjacker's down, oh my gosh. Sorry guys. So, IO Graham leading by half a second from Kale. Whoosh. In 3rd, Stevie Styler, who's using the Joker, so that's great for him. Then Matt Psycho, we're seeing in 4th position there. Just going into the first corner, a bit of a gap from a Jam. Psycho Pace is in 6th again, Noxie 7th, Jim One Wise is in 8th, Skyjacker somehow dropping down to 9th place, Lou up to 10th from back of the grid. Jax Racing in 11th, so he's dropped down a little bit. Darren Salmon we saw having an off earlier, GT Rabbit and Carbon carrying on their fight at the back. Carbon, turn your bloody traction on. Shadow Rider says you're going to enjoy WRXC at Suzuka. I'm going to do them all tonight. That's my plans for tonight. After I finished here, I'm going to do the Porsche Sprint Trophy, and then I am going to do the WRXC. Taking my woolly hat off because man alive, I'm boiling. I've been freezing all day. IO Graham going fastest with a 50.6. He's now a second ahead. Stevie Styler has moved ahead of Kale. I am missing everything here. I do apologise. It's hard to keep track of all of it. I keep scanning up and down the grid to see. But there we can see Kale catching up with Stevie Styler. He's looking for a good racing line. I mean, the feedback from these guys are you do lose a lot of downforce when following another car. And there we can see that's probably happening to Kel right now. Up this straight. Shall we have a little sexy look at the in-car? Although the last time we did that, we went a little bit wide. But oh, look at that. Listen to that slide. Listen to the skid on that bad boy. That's beautiful stuff. Oh, I love it. I really do. I must say, good. It's not often I'm sat here doing the commentary I'm usually thinking, thank God I'm not out there having to do that, because what hard work is that? But I must say, this race does look rather fun. Thought Stevie Styler had outbraked himself there a bit, but there you go. Let's have another quick look through the field. So obviously something will change up front. So Matt Psycho there in 4th, Jam 5th. Psycho Pace still in 6th, Noxie in 7th, but he's got Jim One Wise all over the back of him. Jim One Wise, he's getting stronger and stronger every race. Is Jim One Wise. Jim Johnson, bite the bullet, Carbon, and switch traction on. I know, I don't know what's wrong with... I thought Jim One Wise was going out wide then, but no, he maintained onto the track, and Noxie pulling away a little bit behind... sorry, wrong button. Behind Jim One Wise we have Lou LJS with a 52.0. He's some 4 seconds behind Jim One Wise, but he's only half a second ahead of Jax Racing in 10th. Skyjacker's down to 11th now. Skyjacker's not... He had a bad one on lap 4, it looks like. Had an off, now he's back on track again. He's lost some 5 seconds. He's ahead of GT Rabbit. Darren Salmon there, and Carbon gone in the pits. He's done. He's not enjoying it. Turn your traction on. He listens. I know he listens. So IR Graham then blistering 2-second lead on Stevie Styler there. Stevie Styler still maintaining that half a second ahead of LNR Kale. With Matt Psycho still in the 4th spot, with Jam moving in 5th. Psycho Pace only a second behind him in that damn fine looking car. That green on green, the shiny green on the dull green is beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, he's got the South African flag on the back as well. In 7th, we've got Noxie still under immense pressure from Jim on Wise, but Jim on Wise making a small mistake in that corner on the brakes, giving Noxie the chance to move away from him. Lou holding that 9th spot from Jax Racing. Jax Racing, he's been having some great finishes in this series, but today it's not his track. He's going for the move. He's going for the move on the inside of Lou, and he's done it. Has he outbraked himself? No, he's kept it there. Well done, Jax Racing. Amazing move there, and then Lou down to 10th spot. 11th Skyjacker, 12th Rabbit, and Darren Salmon in 13th. So up in the lead of this race by 2.2 seconds is IR Graham from Stevie Styler, but Stevie Styler looks like he's got Kale now. It's still half a second. It just looks closer. I'm going to go on board with Kale for a short while. We are on lap 9 already of 17. So we're way over halfway on this race. Where are we? 7.5 minutes. See, I did the testing. And I'm a lot slower than these guys. So I'm always worried when they do it that they're going to finish a lot soon. But I think when I did it, I did add an extra lap on. I think I did probably did it like in 16 laps. I did probably roughly 15 minutes. And then thought those boys were a lot faster than me. I'll add another lap on. There we can see. Ooh, Kale closing right up there. I'll press that to remind you whose car we're on. Kale's closing right up to Stevie Styler there. Race on, boys. Race on. It's on for damn sakes. 4/10. IR Graham still leading the way with Matt Psycho there in 4th. But Matt Psycho now got some pressure from Jam. Jam's on his way. Jam's finding his groove. Psycho Pace there in 6th, and 3.5 seconds off of Jam, with 7th for Noxie. That's great. His qualifying wasn't too hot, but through other mistakes and such what, he's got himself up into a respectable 7th place, with Jim One Wise in 8th. Jax Racing there is in 9th. We saw him getting ahead of Lou. Lou's only a second behind him, 3 seconds ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker now doing some really strong lap times, so he'll be pulling in. What times were Lou doing? Lou's doing 51s and 52s, late 51s, early 52s. Skyjacker is doing, he did a 52, but they're pretty much mid 51s. 3.3 seconds behind. Maybe he can. There we see GT Rabbit. He's on pace. Darren Salmon there. Early mistake cost him. 6 seconds from the field. Up in the lead then, IR Graham just completing lap 11, starting lap 12. Stevie Styler still got that 2nd spot from Kale, and he's going faster every lap he does. Kale there in 3rd, some 7/10 behind Stevie Styler now. Matt Psycho 1.5 seconds behind him, and Jam is just under a second behind Matt Psycho. That is your top 5. And it is close. There's Psycho Pace. He's in no man's land. He's got no one to race except for the guys ahead of him. Behind that, though, oh yes, Jim on Wise and Kale. This is that ongoing battle all the way through this race. These two are going to be absolutely shattered after this. All of this pressure on the pair of them. Ooh! Thought we saw the Gulf Red Bull there. Stepping out. Jim on Wise probably got all excited and thought, you've lost it now, matey, my friend. But no, Noxie saves it. Oh, he closes up to him in that. Now we're in the draft. Toe, sorry, because we're not American. Up this straight. Oh, I don't know what happened to the gears there. Kind of like I did a double gear change. Interesting battle there between Jim on Wise and Noxie. It looks like Jim on Wise is faster at some parts than Noxie, and Noxie's faster at other parts. So they're kind of yo-yoing with the times between them. Kyle Graham is up to 3 seconds now. He has not dropped into the 51s whatsoever. Stevie Styler, he's also all in the 50s, but Kale is getting closer and closer. Every time I come, he's like, oh, do you like that car? Is it silver? Because I thought it was white, but I think that it looks a bit silvery to me, because I think the nose is white. It's good, no matter what. It's cracking stuff. But it's nothing in it between these two. Where are we? Lap 14. Look at it. I told you it'd be over in a blink of an eye. Matt Psycho ahead of Jam. Jam's got it down to half a second now. No, 8/10. It's seesawing up and down. Psycho pace 2.8 seconds behind Jam. 11 seconds ahead of Noxie. Noxie still ahead of Jim 1 Wise, but only by a second. Jax Racing is in 9th, still ahead of Lou, who's in a great 10th place after only doing a couple of qualifying laps. Skyjacker there in 11th after a small mistake earlier in the race. We didn't see it. GT Rabbit and Darren Salmon having themselves a bit of a ding-dong at the back. Awesome stuff. I don't know who we're missing. I don't know who car number 15 should be. Oh, Flashman. Flashman's not here. Oh no, Flashman. Kel's car looks really cool. That design is so nice. It really is. Pat, that's Pat in the chat, our resident livery expert. He's the one. Pat was also the one that told me about Darren Salmon's car, the 1984 Tolman. So IR Graham, 3.5 seconds. There is nothing that stops this man. Stevie Styler, his brother, I found that out. It's awesome. I love it. Two brothers leading the way. Kale there in 3rd place, our early leader on lap 1. Matt Psycho holding that 4th place, but Jam's there. How many laps we got? 2 more laps to go. Let's get on board with Jam and see if there's anything we can do. Psycho pace is 2.4 seconds. Psycho pace has been slowly pulling these guys in, but he's running out of laps now to manage to do it. He needs these two guys to start slowing each other down by racing. We're on board with the VRC Jam right now, following Matt Psycho. Oh man, that looks so much fun, doesn't it, eh? Aren't we all jealous? Sat here watching these guys flying around in these souped up go-karts, and we're at a go-kart track, so it should be perfect. So IR Graham, 3.2 second lead from his brother Stevie Styler, and he's on the final lap now. Stevie Styler crossing, he's using his joker. Great stuff, great points for him. Kale then 3rd place, 1.3 seconds behind. Matt Psycho's dropped 2.5 seconds from them, with Jam just right up his Jaxie, hoping to make a move before the final lap. I've got to keep an eye because IR Graham is coming around the final corner there to take the first race in round 3. Oh no, he's not. Where am I? Oh sorry, I looked at the wrong flipping thing on the map. So, quick run through all of these guys. Psycho Pace in 6th. Noxie still in that 7th. Lou's got ahead. Lou's got ahead of Jim on Wise. Jim on Wise has dropped a couple of places there. Skyjacker all over the back of Lou in this last part. And where's IR Graham? Has he gone across the line yet? There he goes. He has taken the win. Stevie Styler's taken 2nd. Kale taken 3rd. Matt Psycho managed to get the 4th, get ahead of Jam. 6th for Psycho Pace. 7th is Noxie holding on to this. Looks like he is. Oh, he's quite away, yeah, but we got Lou and Skyjacker. Skyjacker was all over the back of Lou, but it looks like he's dropped back a little bit. Let's get back up here to Noxie. Noxie nearly going sideways around the last corner to take a fantastic 7th spot. Well done, Noxie. Lou in 8th, that's great. Skyjacker 9th. Jim on Wise coming around in 10th position. Looks like he made a small mistake on lap 15. GT Rabbit in 11th. Jax Racing. Oh, that's bad for Jax Racing. He's been good this season. He's had some really strong finishers. And Darren Salmon crossing the line in 13th. And obviously Carbon opting to stay in the pits. So we've got a 2-minute wind down to talk about that race. I think I missed every single overtaking manoeuvre, but I tried. IR Graham, great win, back on form again, and Psycho Pace, his closest contender, is quite far down the field. So IR Graham sitting pretty, and I don't think IR Graham or Psycho Pace using their jokers yet. Stevie Styler with these scores may put him at the top. So there's your classifications for race 1. Congratulations, IR Graham, pole position and fastest lap. Unstoppable. Beautiful stuff. So I'll take you to the race results, and we'll probably have a 10-minute reset for the cars to go back to the garages and fix any little nubbins that's happened during that race. So there we go. IR Graham takes the win from Stevie Styler. In third is LNR Kale VDB, with Matt Psycho in fourth. I don't know why I moved that arrow around, it must be so annoying. Matt Psycho in fourth, ahead of VRC Jam. In sixth you had LNR Psycho Pace. In seventh, Noxie. In eighth, Lou LJS. That's great. He started from the back, and look at him, he moved his way up into 8th place. I said he had to get used to a wheel, but it looks like he's used to it already. Skyjacker with a small mistake, dropping him back to 9th place. Well, he came back from 9th. I think he went further down. Skyjacker 9th. Jim on Wise is in 10th. GT Rabbit 11th. Jack's Racing 12th. I mean, Jack's been great in this season. He's been getting 4ths and 5ths. So 12th, that's a tough one. Darren Salmon is 13th, and Carbon finishing 12 laps down in 14th. Carbon, use your traction, man. Do the right thing. So the settings have been changed. And we're going to go at 2040, which is about 9 minutes away. So I'm going to watch someone in the garage, because I bet there's no one going around. What car do I fancy watching? I'll tell you what. We'll watch Stevie Styler, as he did so well in race 1. Get rid of the big numbers. And there you go. You guys watch him. I am going to go and water the plants. Hello. I am back. Wow. Man alive. Skyjacker says in the YouTube chat, that was intense. It was. It really was. I'm sweating and I'm not even racing. I was freezing all day. I've been walking around with like layers on layers on layers, and now I'm stripping down. I'm stripping down where I sit. The hats come off. The hats come off. The jumpers. It's not a cardigan, okay? It's like a fleecy jumper with a zip at the front that looks like a cardigan. That's come off. I'm a little bit out of breath, so I went running around the garden. Because I lost a rabbit. I got in the conservatory and I only had one rabbit and thought, oh no. So I had to go hunting around the garden, and there she was, Coco Chanel. She was out the back there, mooching around in the old wood. And I said, a fox will get you, and she just looked at me like she didn't give a poop. So bizarre. I did some YouTube-y thing, because I was on my YouTube channel. I was messing around yesterday and played a VR game. And my language, I am telling you, I have got one hell of a potty mouth. I don't know how I do it. I don't know how I do this commentary without effing and blinding, because it seemed, whilst I was playing super hot, I was like a navy boy. So Stevie Styler is out there. He's the fastest at the moment, but I don't know who is doing a run or not. My good friend Carbon sent me a text saying it doesn't feel right to have traction on, and I think he is mad, because I'd be tempted to have traction. I don't usually use traction, but on the more powerful cars and the ones that it's hard to get them out of the corners right, I have got no qualms. There he is. Look there. Good. Look. Honestly, it'll stable that car a bit. He's going back in the pits because I've gone on him. He's like, no, look at me. Don't look at me. I've got traction on. I'm embarrassed. Jack's racing in 9th. Wow. Kale there down in a 10th. Oh dear. Ding-a-ling. He's texting me again saying, stop talking about me. I'm only in your race because you said no one was going to join. I am trying TC1. Go on then, my son. Try it out. You never know. It's better than sitting in the pits for a whole race, isn't it? So I'm on the Chevy Nova thing. There's a practice for Chevy Nova. Anyone watching who wants to? Oh, I just lost someone. Oh dear. Bye. Oh God, we ready? Yes. How could someone leave just before the second race? So this second sprint race is going to be the grid order of the finishing of race 1. So that should be I.R. Graham in front with Stevie Styler just tucked up behind him. And he finished in 3rd. Kale won it. And Kale in 3rd. Here we go. Round 3, race 2. I.R. Graham on the pole, Stevie Styler 2nd, Kale 3rd, Matt Psycho 4th, Jam 5th, Psycho Pace 6th, Noxie 7th, Lou 8th, Skyjacker 9th. Let's get rid of those big numbers. Have you got a light, boy? Let's get a bit closer to the action. Here we are for race 2 of round 3 at Tsukuba Circuit. Waiting for the lights. Holding on to that accelerator, and they go, Stevie Styler and I.R. Graham dominating the front of the row. I.R. Graham taking the lead with Kale there in 3rd. No, Stevie Styler's dropped down. Kale moved up. I didn't even see that. That's cheeky. I was looking at him as well and I didn't even see it. So Kale there moving into 3rd ahead of Stevie Styler. Matt Psycho holding that 4th. Jam in 5th. Psycho Pace in 6th. Oh, we can see Skyjacker just spinning off of the screen with Noxie in 7th. Before Noxie was going as well. He's getting swamped by Lou and Jack. It's racing. They're all there in a group, aren't they? Jack's right. Oh, Lou's just pulled off the track. Oh, that's a shame. So where is everybody else? Skyjacker's ended up down in 13th with that small spin. He's not bad. He's using traction. So Steve Styler's leading. Hang on, bow. Someone's gone. Oh gosh, I.R. Graham, V18. Let's see if we can see there. Oh, Kale, give him a little bump up the bum. Kale, give him a little bump up the bum. Oh, it looks like I'm going to be doing some stewarding. And that is how I.R. Graham, and Kale's waiting for him, bless him. Poop when that happens. No one ever wants to see it. I've got to come out of the replay now. There we go. So Stevie Styler in first position there, with Matt Psycho in second, Jam third, final podium. And Psycho Pace up to fourth, I.R. Graham down fifth, Darren Salmon sixth, Jax Racing is in seventh, Lou is eighth. Is he eighth? Is he though? Is he? Or is Jim on Wise eighth? Jim on Wise is in eighth, just managing to get ahead of Lou, who's in ninth. Carbon up to 10th right now. Traction's working well, eh, Carbon? 11th there, we see Skyjacker after a small spin. Kale dropped 12th. He was only meant to drop behind I'll remember his name in a minute. I.R. Graham, that's it. 3 wide round there. Blasted and blinding. Look at Kale and Skyjacker going for it. Kale looks like he missed the braking point and has dropped back behind Carbon. And there's Noxie. I don't know what happened to Noxie, but he is in the last spot. And we've lost someone. We've gone from 14 to 13. Oh dear, we'll see. Stevie Styler then, a great 1.5 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho holding off a Jam. Psycho Pace in 4th position so far. I.R. Graham catching him up. He's got the fastest lap of the race with a 50.148. Darren Salmon there in 6th. Having a great race. Jax Racing 7th, a bit better than the first race. Lou 8th. Jim on Wise is in 9th, Skyjacker 10th, Kale with us then 11th, Noxie's in 12th, and Carbon 13th. So, who have we lost? Have we lost Darren Salmon? No, Darren Salmon's there. Oh no, yeah, we've lost Darren Salmon. Oh, pooper scooper. So Stevie Styler leading the way by 1.8 seconds from Matt Psycho, who's a second ahead of Jam. Psycho Pace is in 4th, but he is being harassed, harangued and hassled by I.R. Graham. Shall we jump on board with the G, the big G? He's moving up to 5th. He's been looking for a way past Psycho Pace. Psycho Pace, we saw struggle with a bit of pace in the first race. GT Rabbit was left. I thought it was... oh dear, I don't know. But GT Rabbit back in. Ready for race 3, I guess. Yeah, because there's Darren Salmon behind I.R. Graham. I got it wrong. I do apologise. Wow, there's nothing in it between Psycho Pace. There's I.R. Graham trying to make the move up the inside, but it is not on yet. Psycho Pace having to drive slightly defensive now, which means he's going to lose a little bit of space between him and the Jam in front. But so far, ooh, he's a bit late on the brakes, and there goes I.R. Graham. You don't have to leave the door open for I.R. Graham for too long. He will go through it, but no. Looks like Psycho Pace is still maintaining in the chat. Pat said GT Rabbit maybe just beat me. Just beat you for what? Oh, GT Rabbit maybe just beat me. Yeah, only because I saw him come back in the room. I was saying it was Darren Salmon for some reason. So Stevie Styler still holding that lead from Matt Psycho. Jam in 3rd. Psycho Pace holding on to 4th from IRG. The big G. Darren Salmon there in 6th place. 7th for Jax Racing. Lou is up into 8th. Jim on Wise 9th. Skyjacker 10th ahead of Kale in 11th. Noxie 12th ahead of the Carbon, who's going back in the pits. Oh, bless him. Doesn't like this track. You know, we have drop scores, Carbon. No one would say a word if you didn't want to take part. Stevie Styler then, we're on lap 6. This is a surprise. I wasn't expecting a Stevie Styler win, I must say. When he said he wanted to use the Joker, I thought, well, it's be lucky, it's a lottery. But it's working out in his favour. There is Matt Psycho. He'll have to buy Eleanor Kale a drink after this. Matt Psycho in 2nd ahead of Jam. Jam is all over him though. Jam has got the oomph at the moment. Looking for a way past. Still Psycho Pace in 4th ahead of I.R. Graham, with Darren Salmon in 6th. Jax Racing 7th. Lou is in 8th place. We're sat on board now with the Jam, but the battle behind us. I can't. I've got to go look at that battle behind. With Psycho Pace and IR Graham. It's intense. Look, IR Graham looking for the inside and not quite there. He had to brake. That's one big bummer about this racing lark. You do have to brake in the corners. But so, IR Graham has still got that fastest lap from lap 2. But it's a struggle when you're following people to get the grip. We're already on lap 8. This is crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. It really is. Oof. We were right there then. You can hear the wheels skidding. The downforce is lost up ahead. Stevie Styler. And there we go. We're going for the outside line there from IR Graham. Is it enough? There's not much grip out there. And there you see, but he's going for the underside now. Let's get out of the car and have a look at these two going side by side down the only real straight that there is. And it looks like IR Graham's just edged it from Psycho Pace. And there you go. That's how it's done. Oof, but Psycho Pace put up a battle. Now Psycho Pace has gone really, really wide. He's back on the track though. Oh, it's not too bad then. Darren Salmon in 6th. 5 seconds behind that battle and only 2 seconds ahead of Jax Racing. Jax Racing pushing, trying to catch up with the guys. 8th is Lou. He is 1.5 seconds ahead of Jim One Wise with Skyjacker in 10th and Kale down in 11th. These two fighting it out, duking it out all the way. Kale giving Skyjacker a bit of a flash. And Noxie there in 12th. He had a great race the first race. This one not going as well for him. So leading the way, 3.3 seconds is Stevie Styler. Absolutely owning it, owning race 2. There is Matt Psycho. Still just ahead of the Jam, but the Jam is pushing hard. Jam Huntington. I might just call him Jam Huntington all the time as he changes his name. 4th is IR Graham. Now he's been released from a Psycho Pace. He's catching these guys up pretty quick. We've still got 7 laps to go. What can he do with 7 laps? A Psycho Pace in 5th, ahead of Darren Salmon in 6th, who's ahead of Jax Racing. So race 2 is a blinder because Stevie Styler taking over the lead after Kale and IR Graham coming together. Was it the first lap or second lap? Literally at the beginning of the race. Stevie Styler, just head down, crack on lad. He's knocking out those 50s lap times. He's holding that 4 seconds ahead of Matt Psycho, who's got his hands full with a load of Jam at the moment behind him. But these two have got to be cautious, because behind them we've got an IR Graham less than a second behind these guys. He is again, and we know he can really push this car when needing to. And here he is, he's virtually on the back of him already. That took no time whatsoever, didn't it? Psycho Pace some 3 seconds off those guys, but we did see he had a bit of an off. Darren Salmon still in that 6th place. He's loving it, I'm telling you. Oh, I thought Jackson was going wide then, but he's not. He's there. Jim On Wise. Oh, we just caught Jim On Wise having a bit of an off. He's dropping down positions now, down to 11th. He's got back on ahead of Noxie in 12th. Some 13 seconds off of the pace. Can't even see. Oh, lap 2, 107. Yeah, he lost a bit of time on lap 2. So Jim On Wise dropping down into 11th spot. He'll be cursing in his head. There's another yellow flag. Anyone else? Who else is off? Oh, it looks like Lou was having an issue because Jim On Wise has caught right up with him. And now Jim On Wise trying to find a way past the Benton and Hedges, Red Bull Jordan with the heel tread livery on the side. Heel tread, great Christmas present. You go to our website, www.virtualracersclub.co.uk. Sorry, oh, Lou just losing it, same as what Jim did really. Must be a bit of oil out on the track there. Stevie Styler still leading the way by 4.5 seconds with Matt Psycho. Oh, what a battle we have here. Matt, Jam and IR Graham. I'm on board with IR Graham. We are watching this unfold. We're on lap 13 right now. Darren Salmon some 10 seconds behind us. Jack's Racing up to 6th. Psycho Pace down to 7th. And Kale up into 8th. It's all changed down the mid pack. And oof. Could you get any closer, G? To the J? And you've got to catch up the M. So lazy. How lazy can a commentator get that he just starts using the first letter of each user's name? S is leading from M, with J in 3rd, G 4th, D 5th, J, oh no, JR in 6th. Oh, here we go. IR Graham making the move around the outside, but it wasn't there. But looks like Jam was a little bit off the track there. Oh, he's got the inside eye now though, Jam. IR Graham trying to get it around the outside. Oh dear, it looks like Jam gave him racing room and lost the position for it. Phew-wee. So Stevie Styler some 4.5 seconds coming across Lou, I think, lapping. There is a Matt Psycho who is ahead of IR Graham. Them two racing each other has let Matt Psycho get away a little bit. Jam down to 4th, Darren Salmon in 5th position. Jack's Racing is in 6th. Psycho Pace dropping down to 7th place. He got a 1 minute 1 second on lap 12. Must have made a small mistake. Doesn't matter when your car looks that good though, does it? Doesn't matter where you finish, because your car looks absolutely spanking. Psycho Pace then chasing down Jack's Racing. Kale up into 8th ahead of Skyjacker. Then we saw Jim Wise having a small mistake with Noxie coming up ahead of Lou after we saw Lou having a bit of an off also. These cars are finicky. They really are. So Stevie Styler leading the way by 5 seconds from Matt, who is only 8/10 ahead of IR Graham now, and Jam down into 4th position. Whoa. We're on lap 15, only 2 more laps to go. I think we're just about to start lap 16. Stevie Styler is on lap 16 already. Sorry. I forgot he's quite a way ahead of these guys. He's just coming up to lap Lou LJS. And at the moment, doesn't look like Lou is causing any kind of hassle for Stevie. Holding his own up ahead. Matt Psycho though, he's not maintaining that lead from IR Graham. IR Graham catching him up. This is some race, eh? And there's Jam in 4th, Darren Salmon in 5th. Psycho Pace is up ahead of Jack's Racing. We missed that. It looks like Kale is looking to make a move on Jack's Racing at the moment. But he's had an off. He's had an off. The back end as he caught it. Lovely catch. Wow, what car control. Beautiful stuff. Well done, Kale. That was cracking. That really was cracking. So in 9th there we see Jim Wise moving ahead of Skyjacker. Noxie in 11th and Lou down there in 12th, just getting a lap. So Stevie Styler is on his final lap now with Matt Psycho only just ahead of IR Graham. This man is unstoppable. IR Graham dropping down to 6th and has fought his way back up into 3rd position and is now fighting for 2nd place of this race. Jam there, some only 7/10, are we nearly? We're on the final straight here with Stevie Styler coming to win his first race of the Red Bull Champion. It might be his first race win in the VRC. And there he goes. Congratulations, Stevie Styler. Fantastic stuff. Matt Psycho still ahead of IR Graham. Beautiful. Matt Psycho, there you go. IR Graham 3rd and Jam 4th, just about there. Then in 5th, Darren Salmon. What a great finish from Darren Salmon there. 5th place. That might be his highest finish. I'll have to check that. But there he goes, crossing the line ahead of Psycho Pace in 6th. Jack's Racing in 7th, just trying to hold off Gale. Oh my lord, who finished 7th, 8th for Gale? Wow, that was close. Jim Wise is in 9th. He's just coming around the final corner to finish in 9th spot. Great stuff for Jim Wise. Skyjacker not enjoying this track. He's got some damage on the front of his car. He's had a bit of an off on lap 15, pushing too hard, and there Skyjacker finishing 11th. Noxie and Lou has already finished. That's race 2. Stevie Styler, well done, my friends. Great stuff. 3 different winners from 3 rounds. 3 rounds of 3, so 8 races, and we've had 3 different winners. But it really did look like IR Graham was just absolutely going to dominate this series. So it's good. It's good to see these people getting the wins. Congratulations, Stevie Styler. Could be your first victory in the VRC. Well done. Super stuff. Let me take you to the race results. My schnizzle is co.uk. I said that. But you can get some heel tread socks, and I want some for Christmas. There we see Carbon Dwarf has left the room. Sorry, bud. So Stevie Styler taking the win. I mean, IR Graham and Kale did have a coming together. So who knows what it could have been. But Stevie Styler finishing first, Matt Psycho second, and IR Graham, not used to it, but he's on the third spot of the podium. Take a boo, my son. Jam, so close, was there all the way along. Darren Salmon in a great fifth spot. I've got him written down as a sixth for the first round, but I haven't written down the orders for the second round. So, but I don't think Darren Salmon finished in fifth from there. So, Psycho Pace in sixth, Jax Racing seventh, Kale in eighth, Jim on Wise ninth, Skyjacker 10th, Noxie in 11th, Lou in 12th, Carbon Dwarf in 13th. Fantastic stuff. Beautiful stuff. Right, we haven't seen the settings change just yet. So we're just kind of holding on for those settings to change, and then I will give you a break from my boring voice. There's no charger up there.
There's a new voice here, yay!
You want to do the commentary? You can try. So, we're just looking at this, really, at the moment. Waiting for the settings to change. You've seen that, you don't want to see. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you the fastest lap. IR Graham got the fastest lap on lap 2 with a 50.148. Scary. There you go, there's the settings changed. Then we will go to the track, and I will give you a little break from my voice. Blabbering on and on. Must get boring after a while, really. So let's have a look. Who's going to go out? 9:10 is when we're cracking on. So all of you guys, you've got time to go and put the kettle on. Time to put the kettle on and go and have a ciggy. Jack up. There's Jeff still with his arms folded. Come on, Jeff, get with it. You're getting paid by the hour, man. And no one's paying you to sit there staring at Jim on Wise's car. So we're going to watch Matt Psycho, it seems, going around and around. Oh, look at that. It's nice looking. Sunset. The lights are on. Hoo-wee. So, 9:10, guys. So go and do what you need to do. Have a quick wee. Cup of tea, maybe. Bit of toast. You never know. Get some biscuits. Yeah, get a bit of supper. Get a bit of supper on. It's that time. Nice bit of... So we're going to watch GT Rabbit then. Going around. I'm going to mute the mic. hello, good evening, and welcome back to the Virtual Racers Club. Did you go and get some supper? I tell you what, bit of toast with dripping on it. You don't want to know what the dripping is, but it tastes lovely, even though it sounds gross. So we're back. I'm worn out, man. 2 races and I'm not even racing. How can that be? But I am absolutely burned. Can't wait for this 3rd race. It's gonna be a reverse grid. I think that's why Carbon probably left. I know he doesn't like it when the fast boys go flying past. Don't forget Stevie Styler also on the double points. Yes, Darren Salmon says 8th, happily with that. Oh no, crap, 14th to 5th. There you go. Well done, Darren Salmon. That was great. Some great results for Darren Salmon. I bet he wished he'd played his Joker. So Jam is out there racing with Lou in practice. Oh, it's like a formation. I thought they were going around in formation then. I liked that. GT Rabbit. Oh, he's flying, that boy. Absolutely flying. Right, then let's have a look at the chat. What have we missed? So, oh, Mika Wivery. Ha, I dozed off. What have I missed? What have you missed? What have you missed? Everything. This has had everything in it so far. I've missed most of it though, to tell you the truth. Pat says, not much, just 2 crazy action-packed races. And the Mika says, I'll watch it back once it's finished. And Mika said, started on my Chevy Nova livery. See, Mika's on board with the Chevy Novas. There's a practice room, Mika. I saw Jokers saying on the Discord that he's opened a practice room. If anyone is up for it, we've got 5 minutes until a race starts. Lou out there beating that track. Jim on Wise going faster, but Jam has gone fastest with a 50.6. It's going to be tough for these guys to fight through the field, I think. The faster boys at the back. Whoa, Jack catching a sliding Red Bull there. Beautiful stuff. There's Matt, Jam, Rabbit, all going to drain the snake, I imagine, before a race start. Or maybe they've gone to get some toast with a bit dripping on it. Kale going wide there in front of Skyjacker. Skyjacker leading the way at the moment on his out lap. Like I said, we've only got 3 minutes now until race start. Kale in 3rd fastest in the chats. We've got Mika saying, got to get in practice for Thursday in the dirt. Oh yeah, it's WRX going back to the dirt. I'm going to be doing WRX this evening sometime. Was it Suzuka for an hour, wasn't it? An endurance race style. God, all my cables wrapped up in my mic. That's how excited I've got during this race. I'm flicking my head all over the place. I am whipping my hair back and forth. Whip your hair back and forth, or whip your hair back and forth, or whip your hair back and forth, or whip your hair. So Skyjacker so far out there, showing us the way. Psycho Pace. It's not been a great round for him, I would say. He's usually up there in the top 3. He won a race in round 2, but it has not been going all that well. And then Mika Wivery said, ugh, don't remind me. Why is it everyone's messaged me about the WRX saying, please don't watch me, I had a terrible race? Did anyone have a good race at Suzuka? Because everyone seems to be saying, don't watch me. I think you're about the 3rd or 4th. Pat says, just with the Chevys being mentioned a few minutes ago, I'm offering services to do liveries. Might not be able to race that day. So Pat, if anyone wants to have a DOS, not bother doing a livery. Whoa, Lou going absolute wide there. Beautiful stuff. Get back on the track, get crack on. There we see Psycho Pace. So if anyone wants a Chevy Nova livery made up for them, then ask Pat in the Discord. He would be more than happy to have a go. I think there's actually a thing in Discord where you can request someone to do a livery for you. Ooh. Darren Salmon said, just kept it on track, not sure I made a pass. You seem to be doing okay. I don't know, I'm missing a lot. Matt Psycho said, good work. He hates this track. Well, for someone who doesn't like the track, he's doing pretty well. Oh, we're doing the readies. Hang on. I don't want to miss out on that. I love it. Give it a big yeet. Boom. Oh, I wonder if it really grates people when they see it. Come on, yeet. Who are you, a 43-year-old yeet man? I am 43, aren't I? I haven't turned 44 yet, have I? I think so. 76 I was born. So yeah, December this year is the big 44. Jam's he's itching for a race win. I know he is. Here is Pat. The WRXs this week are on the dirt at Colorado, a track that I hate. Suzuka was one I suggested with I struggled with initially, but did enjoy even from almost last. So I can't wait to get on that one. I've got to do the Porsches first. I'll try and do things in order. Oh, Darren Salmon hasn't. You're too busy chatting to me, Darren. You've not said yee. I'm ready. Where is he? Darren, oh Darren of the Salmon, are you ready? He's ready with a small Y. I like it. Where's my mate Kev? Is he Jeff, sorry. There he is, Jeff. Oh, he's unfolded his arms now. He's doing something. Yeah, what, you inspecting the front of the car? What do you think you're doing? Looking at a grain of sand on the ground? Come on, Jeff, look alive. Look at the dude in the background. He's squatting like Spider-Man. He's got the whole mask on and everything. He is ready. So Skyjacker has started the final. Whilst I'm here chatting about his pit crew. Lazy sod. Old Jeff's got his arms folded again. He's busy. But I love the Spider-Man dude in the background. Spider Pig does whatever a Spider Pig does. Spider Pig. And it's a rolling start reverse grid. So we have a GT Rabbit on the front ahead of Lou LJS, Noxie third, Skyjacker fourth, Jim One Wise after that. Let's get rid of the big atrocious numbers above their cars, because that looks realistic, doesn't it? I saw some footage of ACC. Sorry, I know we're just starting a race and I should be revving up for that, but I saw some footage of ACC. I don't think the graphics look any better than this game. In fact, the cars looked like they didn't look like they were on the track. It looked a bit poor. And there they go for a rolling start here at the third race of round 3 here at Tsukuba Circuit. Amazing stuff then. GT Rabbit holding on to that lead from Lou. Noxie in third, Skyjacker in fourth, but he's all over Noxie at the moment. Jim One Wise. Gale in sixth. There we see. Oh no, we've got an off. Jam's having an off. Jam is off ski. Oh, and someone's waiting for him. Who is that? Oh, Graham. It's not his round today. Not his round. Och no. So Rabbit still holding that lead. There's a little bunch of cars here though. Whoa, look at that. Skyjacker in fourth ahead of Jim One Wise with Kale alongside Jim One Wise. Jim One Wise trying to get back on the track. He's gone behind Kale now. He's going to have dirty tyres. It's going to be a struggle breaking into this last corner. Is he going to make it? He has made it. He's gone around the outside though. And Jack's racing in 7th place ahead of Darren Salmon with a Psycho Pace in 9th. Matt Psycho up into 10th with Stevie Snyder at 11th, I.R. Graham 12th and Jam. Oh, it looks like I.R. Graham waited for Jam but then scooted off. So there we see, oh, he's going around the outside there. Lou taking a tighter line around that corner. Skyjacker has moved ahead of Jim One Wise. Jim One Wise dropping back a little bit there. Kale all over the back of Skyjacker. Kale, the last of the late breakers, is dangerous, but he's gone up the inside of Skyjacker. A little bit of contact. Not sure. It was a tight move. There's Jim One Wise all the way behind. Jack is in 6th spot right now, but he has got Psycho Pace right behind him. Psycho Pace looking for a move up the inside with Darren Salmon there in 8th, Matt Psycho 9th, Stevie Snyder 10th, I.R. Graham in 11th. Noxie's down to 12th. Oh, we didn't see what happened to Noxie. And a Jam there in 13th after he's coming together with I.R. Graham. But Rabbit is still leading the way from Lou JS. We're on lap 3 now. This is fantastic. Skyjacker late on the brakes through on underside of Kel. Kel moving ahead of Skyjacker now. Wow, what a race. Then we got Jim On Wise ahead of Jax Racing. Jax Racing going deep into the corner, very, very wide. Losing a position to Darren Salmon and Matt Psycho. He's come back on the track though, ahead of Stevie Styler is out. Stevie Styler trying to get around. Whoo-wee. So Jax Racing down to 10th spot from just a small wide. That's all it takes. That's all it takes in this. And then we got some stragglers at the back through accidents and incidents. GT Rabbit still holding that lead on lap 4, but Lou getting really close to the back of him. Lou looking around the outside. We've got a decent camera going on here. Here we go. Lou is there. Can he make the move? He's up the inside, and there you go, Lou taking the lead, but no. Yes, Lou has got the lead. GT Rabbit down second, and Cal there in a third spot behind these guys, looking for a way past. Oh gosh, give me a second. Skyjacker there in 4th with Psycho Pace 5th. He's got ahead of Jim On Wise. Jim On Wise in 6th. Darren Salmon up into 7th. Matt Psycho 8th. Stevie Styler now 9th with Jax Racing in 10th and IR Graham 11th. We know his pace is absolutely phenomenal. He's 4.2 seconds behind Jax Racing, but I imagine that's not where he's going to finish. So Lou leading the race by nearly half a second from Kale. Kale's also got past GT Rabbit. GT Rabbit there, he's had a bad lap, lost 2 places, and he's got Skyjacker all up in his business, all checking out what's going on, and Psycho Pace there also just behind these guys. It's all bunched up in this early part of the race, and everyone's trying to find a bit of ground on each other. Lou and Kale look like they had a little nudge with each other. I didn't quite catch it, so I can't comment on it, but Kale taking the lead of this race. Well, yeah, I've been tight with these F12s. Whoosh. So Lou going out wide, giving GT Rabbit the opportunity to make the move. Kale's had enough, but Lou hasn't got enough to get up to the side of him, but he's... Ooh, I thought he was going to get up the inside there. GT Rabbit still holding that 3rd spot from Skyjacker in 4th, who's ahead of Psycho Pace in 5th. Jim On Wise, oh, we've got a battle down here. Jim On Wise and Matt Psycho and Darren Salmon all in a bunch, and there is Stevie Styler trying to make a move on Matt Psycho down there in 9th. He's on double points. He wants to get as many points as possible, and he's done it. He got up the side of Matt Psycho. Whew. Hang on a minute, what's going on? Matt Psycho has retaken the position from Stevie Styler. What a race these guys are having. Let's get down here on board with Matt Psycho. Look, oh my god, Darren Salmon just ahead of Matt Psycho. Ooh, jeez Louise, bang. So Stevie Styler is in 7th, Jax Racing 8th, Psycho Pace down to 9th, Matt Psycho is up into 6th, he was 8th. Oh, it scares me when they break into that corner. That is a fast corner, I admit, but it just seems too fast. And here we go, Stevie Styler going for the outside line on Matt Psycho, and he's done it easily. Wow. It's awesome. Matt Psycho took it in behind, trying to come back at him. All right then, so the leader is Kale by 2.5 seconds from Lou. Skyjacker moving up into 3rd. GT Rabbit and Darren Salmon having a right ding-dong here, but Darren Salmon looking like he's got the move made for 4th. GT Rabbit just lost it to Stevie Styler. Stevie Styler's cheeky little move on GT Rabbit there. Just snuck up the inside while GT Rabbit was trying to race Darren Salmon, and now Matt Psycho trying to do the same. We're on lap 7 of 17, 10 more laps to go. This race is just unfolding absolutely lovely. GT falling behind Matt Psycho. Next is Jax Racing in 8th with IR Graham up into 9th. I said he wasn't going to finish where he was further down. Psycho Pace down into 10th, 11th for Noxie, 12th for Jam. He's got ahead of Jim On Wise. Looks like Jim On Wise did a 1:16 on his last lap, so not a great lap for him there. Psycho Ellen Arkell is now 3 seconds ahead of Lou. Lou holding that position from Skyjacker is fantastic. Skyjacker, he's there though, he's there and thereabouts on a podium position. Stevie Styler, look at him coming through the field up to 4th, but he's just had a little knock from Darren Salmon. Oh my god, he's got going again, but Matt Psycho all over the back of him. They're side by side coming down the longest straight. There's another person off in that the corner ahead, and there we go. Stevie Styler has made the move up the inside of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho coming back at him down this start finish straight into the first corner. Stevie Styler defensive driving, taking the apex, making Matt Psycho do the long way. Kale still leading the way by nearly 6 seconds. Skyjacker ahead of Lou. Where's Lou? Lou. Oh, Skyjacker's gone wide. Skyjacker's gone wide. Oh no, he's facing the wrong way. There goes Stevie Styler and Matt Psycho. They're all coming past. Oh no, I.R. Graham, Darren Salmon, Psycho Pace, Noxie. Oh, Jam, Jax Racing, Jim and Wise. Oh, I don't know. Oh, he obviously got back on the track again. Where? Further up? I don't know. I don't know where Skyjacker ended up. There's Psycho Pace in 7th, Darren Salmon 8th, but he's just had a small off himself. He's 8 seconds ahead of Noxie, but Noxie will be catching him up. He'll have the momentum. Jam is in 10th, Jax Racing in 11th, and I don't know where he's gone. So let's have a look at the field. So Kale leading the way by 8.5 seconds from Stevie Styler. Geez, Stevie Styler coming through the pack. Matt Psycho there in 3rd place. I.R. Graham fighting GT Rabbit around the outside. GT Rabbit holding that position from I.R. Graham. I.R. Graham trying his hardest though. Oh, GT Rabbit looked a little wide there, and there we go. I.R. Graham nicely tucking past from GT Rabbit's small mistake, and that's what you get when you make just the slightest little mistake. Psycho Pace there in 6th place. He can see it all happening. He's there and he wants some. We're on lap 10 at the moment. There's Lou in 7th place, Darren Salmon in 8th, VRC Jam in 9th, Noxie 10th, Jax Racing is in 11th, and in 12th we have Jim 1 Wise. I have no idea where Skyjacker has gone. So Mika Wivery, ACC, had to have the graphics dialed back for the PS4. It's not very impressive, slightly better on PC, but they concentrate on the sim aspect. Mika said, didn't see anyone leaving the room. Weird. Yeah, maybe, I don't know, maybe he quit out the room and he's just sat in the lobby watching. So Kale leading the way, 8.5 seconds from Stevie Styler. Stevie Styler was right to call the Joker today, wasn't he? He's done the best out of everyone. Matt Psycho in that final podium position, but he does have an I.R. Graham only 1.5 seconds behind him. And we've still got 5 laps to go. GT Rabbit in 5th position with Psycho Pace all over the back of him. Here he goes. Is he going to make the move? Not quite. Lou in 7th. Darren Salmon down in 8th. Jam up into 9th after his early collision with I.R. Graham. Noxie in 10th ahead of Jax Racing. I didn't see what happened to Jax Racing, but he's gone down to 11th. And we know Jim was down in 12th. Oh, so the race is, what was it? I.R. Graham chasing Matt Psycho down. Stevie Styler, he's all good. Stevie Styler, they're all a little spaced out at the front there. We've got GT Rabbit and Psycho Pace. Let's go on board with Psycho Pace. Whoosh. Chasing down GT Rabbit. GT Rabbit looks out wide there, and Psycho Pace doesn't know what side to take him on. It looked like GT Rabbit lost a bit of pace on that corner, went a little wide, and that gave Psycho Pace the opportunity to come through to get that 5th position. So further down we see there's GT Rabbit in 6th with Jam up into 7th now. Lou losing a little bit more space, and Noxie starting to catch Lou up. Jax Racing 10th. With Darren Salmon's lost out somewhere. He's down to 11th, and Jim and Wise is in 12th. Oh dear. So Darren Salmon just behind Jax Racing by half a second, pushing hard. Where did it? You see on lap 9 he did a 57, lap 8 he did a 54, lap 12 he did a 58. That might be where the small mistakes cost you. Kale there, all in the 50s, ahead 8.7 seconds ahead of Stevie Styler. I.R. Graham has got the fastest lap from this race. Matt Psycho holding that podium position, but he's less than a second ahead of I.R. Graham. And that would make any man nervous, having I.R. Graham chasing them down. My God, Psycho Pace then in 5th spot ahead of GT Rabbit. GT Rabbit 2.8 seconds behind Psycho Pace and 4.7 seconds ahead of Jam. Should be able to just drive it home from there, we hope. Jam there, he's a bit 4 seconds behind, 4 seconds ahead, so also nice steady drive. Noxie is catching up the Lou. Let's get on board with Noxie. He's gone. Lou went, sorry. Whilst I was looking down at the keyboard, it looks like we lost Lou. I don't know what happened. He must have made a small mistake. There he is. He's coming back on track. Oh, poor Lou, he was having a great race. Kale then leading the way by 8.5 seconds from Stevie Styler, but there we go, Matt Psycho and IR Graham dicing it up. Matt Psycho holding that, but IR Graham trying to get that inside line, and there we go, Matt Psycho on the inside there. This is a hard-fought battle here. Get on board. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Crazy racing here. So IR Graham trying everything he can to get that final podium position from Matt Psycho. You've got to stamp on those brakes, my friend, when you're in the tow. So we're coming down the longest straight of the track. In the tow of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho, I would think he's left the door open, but I think IR Graham a little bit too far back to be able to do anything from here. Ooh, IR Graham's got a loose back end and he likes it. So this battle's going to continue now. We are virtually on the last lap. Great stuff. Someone's had an off at the back there. 12? Was it? No, it wasn't Lou. So we're watching. Kale coming around. Where is he? Oh, he's on to that final straight with Stevie Styler in second. Matt Psycho holding that third from IR Graham. IR Graham, I imagine, going to try and make a last-minute move. Jam up to 6th. Rabbit down 7th. Noxie in 8th. Darren Salmon has got Jack's Racing all up in his business. We've got to go and watch Kale take the win. Oh no, sorry, I'm a lap ahead of myself. Where was we there? So GT Rabbit in 7th, ahead of Noxie. Jack's Racing there has got Darren Salmon just not far behind. In 11th we have Jim 1 Wise, only 2 seconds ahead of Lou. So Kale on his final lap with nearly 8 seconds ahead of Stevie Styler. Let's chuck some of them out there. I don't do enough, I don't think, in my opinion. And here we see Kale coming around just before the start straight. How's Matt Psycho doing with IR Graham? He's got Psycho Pace involved in that as well. So IR Graham is now driving defensive rather than aggressive. Final lap, there we see him coming around the final corner. LNR Kale VDB taking the win. Fantastic stuff. Stevie Styler there, the winner from race 2, taking the win from, taking second, from the third race, with Matt Psycho managing to hold off IR Graham in the end to take the podium. IR Graham in 4th, Psycho Pace in 5th. Jam coming round, he was out on the first lap, and look at him, he's come through to finish a fine 6th spot. 7th from GT Rabbit, our early leader, done a fantastic job. 7th is great. Noxie in 8th, nice clean driving from Noxie, got him up there. Jack's Racing, it's not a great round for Jack's Racing, he usually finishes higher than that. Darren Salmon finishing in 10th with 11th Jim 1 Wise and Lou, they were all close there at the end to finish in 12th. Whew, that's it, 3 different winners tonight, guys. 3 different winners. That's great stuff. Kale, congratulations. I think you've won in VRC. You've definitely won in GTMC, so it's not your first VRC win, but still your first win in the Red Bull JX. Round 3. Let us go to your results. Whoo-wee. Your race results then were Kale for the win. Fantastic stuff. Congratulations, holding it up for the LNR boys, Logistical Nightmare Racing. They're on Discord, look them up, they've got some great racing going on. Stevie Styler, I wish I had the time, I'd race everything. Stevie Styler, a great second spot, he used his joker wisely this week, it must be said. Matt Psycho, fantastic podium, take a boo, my son. IR Graham just missing out with an early coming together with, it was Jam, wasn't it? Yeah, him and Jam came together. So Psycho Pace in 5th, nice and consistent this weekend. Jam fighting his way back up into 6th. GT Rabbit, we thought, was doing a fantastic. Him and Lou up in the front, early doors of this race, doing a great job. Noxie in 8th. Jack's Racing 9th. Darren Salmon in 10th. Jim 1 Wise 11th. And Lou finishing in 12th spot. We lost Skyjacker and Carbon through damage or something. And that was round 3, ladies and gentlemen, of the Red Bull Junior X. Next week, I think everyone's going to be using their joker next week, I've got a feeling, because we are at the Red Bull Ring. So please join us on Sunday evening to watch round 4 on, hang on, give me a second, Friday. The Friday coming, I should tell you the dates. I think it's Friday the 12th, is it? Oh, I should have been more prepared. By gum, I should have been prepared. Oh, I don't know. It's the endurance qualifying on the next Friday, and I don't know what the date is. And they're going to close the room down before I find it. So next Friday will be the 4th of December, qualifying for the Spa 2.5 hours, and then on the 11th of December will be the Spa 2.5 hours. Keep an eye on YouTube, because there is the Porsche Sprint Trophy and the WRX Challenge carrying on, and I'll be covering them probably this evening because it's my night. 4th and 11th of December. There you go. Cheers, Pat. Thank you. Missed the second half of that race. Just seen the start of the F1 on Channel 4. I'll watch that one back again. Yes, it's crazy. Yeah, I guess. No spoilers. I'm still not saying nothing. But yeah, it's haunting what you see at the beginning of F1. Okay, that's me done, I think. I was your broadcaster and commentator. Are they the same thing? I always say broadcaster and commentator, and I'm not quite sure if they're the same. I'm giving myself 2 jobs, and I don't think I should. I was your commentator, Holden Appare. Thank you for chatting with me on YouTube and keeping me company and making this feel like it's worthwhile. And I love you all. Take care of each other, and keep an eye on YouTube for, like I said, the sprint, the Porsche sprint, trophy sprint Porsche, and the CXRW. They will be broadcasted sometime soon. And there's the host closing the room. I was too slow, so thank you. Bye. Love you. Be good. Take care. Stay away from each other. Remember, distance. What is it? Hands, face. Stay away from that arse you don't like. Love you. Bye.